Man, it's your boy Al Villain again today, man. You already know what's going on, man. Listen, I got a new video for y'all, man. And listen, y'all, it's another crime video, alright? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna yap your heads off. Just know you can follow me on Twitch at Odd Villain. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel for free ski. Comment down below yo prediction right now. Comment down below your prediction right now. All right. It says foul smell leads cops to a terrifying discovery. So comment your prediction what's gonna happen in the video, just from the title alone. No pictures, no nothing. Just the title. What do y'all think is gonna happen? All right. And then you can also comment down below your favorite part of the video, and also if you agree or disagree with my reaction. All right. And yeah, like the video for me, man. Sub up, man, if you're new to the channel. And let's go. Now go talk your heads off, man. Let's go.
Hey sir, how's it going? Hey, so my name's Sergeant Quay Seattle. Please all my contacts are recorded. We're investigating a crime right now, and you are a possible suspect in that crime. Okay?
That's Stephen Tan Nguyen being questioned over a body that was found in the tent where he's been living. Stephen is homeless, and he's been staying at Seattle's largest homeless camp. Stephen would claim the female victim had suffered an overdose, and he tried to hide the body in fear of being caught. But these detectives know more than they're letting on, and suspect Stephen is guilty of murdering his lover with an axe and then sleeping next to the body.
That smell is there. That smell is intense. We could smell that smell from 50 feet away. That smell was the suitcase. And there was a...
Hold on, time out. I just gotta laugh at this. Why did they pull up on him in bikes? Where is it at? Bikes is crazy. How they arrest this dude on bikes? That's just my question.
person's remains in that suitcase. Her name was Shannon. Did you do anything else with her? Did you try to like dismember her or anything?
Well, if you're trying to say, but I didn't beat her up.
You didn't beat her up? Okay.
I tell you, I didn't beat her up.
Okay, good.
Did you guys have sex after she died?
Before we begin, we would like to extend our deepest condolences to the victim's family and friends. The Jungle has become an infamous landmark right in the heart of Seattle, Washington. The homeless camp stretches for over 150 acres under and along Interstate 5 between South Dearborn and South Lucille Streets on Beacon Hill. The Jungle has a notorious reputation for illegal narcotics, outbursts of violence, and rats that have been known to take a bite out of sleeping residents. The city needed to do something about the problems both the city and the 350 or so residents of the Jungle faced, so teams from the Washington State Department of Transportation were sent in to try to clean up the area. On September 27, 2024, one of the cleanup teams made a gut-wrenching discovery. It was the smell that raised some major red flags on a visit a few days earlier. A social worker in charge of the cleanup noted that there appeared to be a concerning smell emanating from one of the tents. When they returned, they were accompanied by Sergeant Brandon Vellante of the Washington State Patrol, and he obtained a search warrant in order to take a look inside the tent. They found a suitcase inside, and its contents were wrapped in plastic. When the wrapping was cut open, they found a badly decomposed and dismembered body. Sergeant Vellante secured the area around the tent and suitcase after he realized.
I didn't know they made warrants, like a search warrants for tents too. That's crazy.
This was now possibly a crime scene. It only took days to identify the body, 37-year-old Shannon Reeder. Shannon had been missing since November of 2023 and was last seen in an area near Dr. Jose Rizal Park in Seattle. Associate Medical Examiner Nicole Yared from the King County Medical Examiner's Office performed an autopsy on the same day Shannon was officially identified and revealed the horrifying way her body had been bent and stuffed into the suitcase. Shannon had been deceased for months, and her death had been traumatic, with devastating injuries to her neck and head. Washington State Patrol began a murder investigation right away, and they discovered the tent where Shannon's body was found did not actually belong to her, as inside there was mail addressed to the tent's real owner, 57-year-old Stephen Tan Nguyen. He became a person of interest to investigators, and the search was on to try to locate him. But that would mean they'd need the assistance of the residents of Seattle's biggest homeless camp, who did not have the best relationship with law enforcement. But there were some members of the community who were able to provide the investigation team with vital information, and they too had noticed the smell coming from Stephen's tent. One of those witnesses, known only as Matt, had also managed to see the inside of Stephen's tent.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and like how you came about knowing what you know.
So I was camped basically where those remains were found. I was camped a little bit further down the path from that, and so towards the end of that path that the remains were found by the barrier by the freeway, there was a tree fort. That was like it was a spot to get drugs. It was like a trap. So periodically I would go down there to trade stuff for dope, and so I'd have to walk down, that path right there, and we come off the concrete path, and then there's a fence, and then you go down the dirt path, right? Yes. So going down the dirt path for maybe at least I'd say up to a month, me and other people in the camps that would go down there would notice a stench coming from generally it was towards the middle of that dirt path. Which was right in front of a particular structured tent. So yeah, I started noticing a smell coming from there.
Okay.
Periodically. At first I'm thinking dead rats possibly.
Right.
And then after a while it's like, dude, it's not going away.
Matt had been a longtime resident of the camp and was familiar with many of its residents, including Stephen, or Steve, as he is referred to by Matt.
Talk to me about Steve, Asian Steve. Like, what's he like? What's he do? Does he have friends over? Okay.
Asian Steve, I knew him by face. I probably seen him for the first time last summer. He would ride around on an electric scooter. Pretty much, he kept to himself for the most part. He was kind of quiet. He never, not real friendly. Even the people he kind of like, knew by face or whatever. Anytime I would say hi to anybody that I was familiar with. Let's say I'm going across the bridge and he's coming back across on a scooter. I say hi to him. He'd never say hi back. He always had a real, the expression on his face was always just irritated or pissed off.
Stephen was known for riding his motorcycle around the camp. Although some of the residents were wary of him, nobody suspected he could be capable of doing anything like what happened to Shannon.
I mean, people, word around the street about him was, he was kind of maybe creepy or whatever you want to say. He would wear, a lot of times he would wear, they call them giddy suits. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're wearing camouflage, but it's like you're trying to camouflage yourself with the elements.
It's a ghillie suit.
Ghillie. Okay.
Ghillie, yes.
Yeah. So he would wear ghillie suits with literal. I don't know if they were real or not, but like plants on his hat and stuff like that. I know all over his like jacket or whatever.
While Matt was staying at the camp, he recalled seeing a female hanging around Stephen's tent, and it appeared that she was under the influence of some kind of narcotic. Her behavior was so unusual, Matt couldn't be sure what it was she may have taken.
There was a couple occasions where a girl would come from his tent, kind of come walking up the path with no shoes on. This was a common thing too. With a few times this happened, they would have no shoes on, and they would seem like they don't know what planet they're on. And then if I had a bubble on me, I'd smoke with them or something. But and then they would just kind of just wander back or off along the way. But they seemed it really seemed like they didn't know what the fuck was going on or where they were at.
Okay.
On a couple occasions.
Did any of them seem like they were in fear? Or
Not really.
they were just
fear.
just
yeah.
really high
Yeah.
on something, and
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was like that,
Okay.
you know. But it seemed not just high, because usually when they're really high on they're slumped over, nodding out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, so it seemed like something different than that.
When Matt was shown a picture of Shannon, he immediately made the positive identification. Although Matt had seen Shannon around the camp and with Stephen, it had been a while since she had last been around. But that time frame also matched up with the last time that she had been seen by anybody. The fact that Stephen had no fixed address would make the search for him all the more difficult, so the investigators would need all the help they could get in tracking him down. Thankfully, Matt knew Stephen's routine and was able to point the detectives in the right direction. The Washington State Patrol began a search of the local area. They discovered Stephen already had an existing warrant out for a previous crime, and the search led to another homeless camp in Seattle, in the International District near Dearborn. Officers had been searching for Stephen for 6 days by this point, but on October the 3rd, 2024, they finally found their suspect. The Seattle Police Department sent in their pioneering police cyclists who moved up on Stephen before he had a chance to realize what was going on.
Hey sir, how's it going? Seattle Police. You stand up and come over here for me. Don't touch anything, just come up. 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 Over here. What's your last name? What?
Ryan. What's your first name? Lamb. What's your name? Lamb? Yeah. What's your full name? Liam. Liam what? Liam Wynn? Are you lying about your name? You sure?
Hey, so my name's Sergeant Quay, Seattle Police. All my contacts are recorded. We're investigating a crime right now, and you are a possible suspect in that crime. Okay?
Okay.
We just need to figure out what's going on, who you are, so in case we don't arrest you today, and if you are the suspect, we can arrest you later if you are the suspect, okay? So, what is your real name?
Slim.
Okay, so do you know you have a DLC warrant for your arrest?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that?
No. You're on DLC, you didn't know that? No.
Detectives Bordy Ford and Ivan Sergeev from the Washington State Patrol wasted no time in questioning Stephen, who had to explain how a body ended up in the tent he called home.
The reason why we're here is your encampment got swept by social workers, and part of that was dismantling tents. All the tents got dismantled.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea what they found in your tent? What they find in your tent?
What they find?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You don't know? What? Tell me what
If
all,
I know,
what all was in the tent?
if I know, I wouldn't be around here.
If you knew, you wouldn't be around here?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
But I heard some of it, but really I don't know what they found.
What'd you hear? What do you mean you heard some of it?
They say, oh, they found something in your tent. I say, what they found in my tent?
Who told you this?
Some of the people that on the street.
In a lawless environment like the jungle, it is entirely possible that many things go unnoticed. The detectives had to determine whether Stephen knew about Shannon's body or had somehow become involved in someone else's dirty work.
So you never asked them, people said, hey, they found stuff at your tent, they pulled stuff out, and you never said what they asked, or what they pulled out, you never asked them?
I didn't worry about it because I don't have nothing.
All right. Well, they pulled a suitcase out of your tent, and the suitcase was really smelly. Ring a bell?
What about this one?
Ever seen that suitcase before?
Oh yeah, this took, but I haven't seen this one yet.
And what did you say?
No.
And you'd never touched it then, it sounds like. Is that accurate?
Could be, but I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't even know what's in there.
What do you mean you could be? What do you mean about that when you say could be? Could be you touched it?
I don't remember when I touched it or not.
Stephen would deny any knowledge of the suitcase and claimed it didn't belong to him and he had not placed it under the bed. But Stephen did admit to being familiar with Shannon.
Does the name April ring the bell?
April?
Mm-hmm.
No.
How about Stacy? How about Jacqueline?
No.
Okay. How about Shannon?
Shannon? I think there's 2 Shannon.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
Shannon, I know the Indian girl is named Shannon. She's my best friend's daughter.
Okay, so that's first Shannon. She's your best friend's daughter. How old is she?
I think 36, I think.
Okay. Can you describe her to me?
Kind of punky hair, shaved on the side.
Okay.
And skinny.
Skinny. Okay, and that's your. Where is she?
She's up, I think, Lake City.
And when was the last time you saw her?
3-4 days ago.
Okay, and what about the other Shannon?
Other Shannon I haven't seen. I haven't seen.
You saw her in the past at some point?
A what?
You told us that you know 2 Shannons, right? So two.
Just few of Shannon I know.
Okay, so one Shannon is your friend's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other Shannon that you know?
The other one, she's not here.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Okay, and when was the last time you saw her?
Say summertime.
Okay.
That matched the time frame that Matt had given the detective earlier, as well as matching the length of time the body had been decomposing. If Stephen was innocent of any wrongdoing, then he could have been the last person to see Shannon alive.
How many times did you see her in the past?
In the past? Sometime weeks, sometime month.
Okay. Now, how many times did you see her? 20, 30? When did you meet her?
I don't keep track of that, so I don't know.
Okay.
Does she live in a tent also?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I never bothered to ask.
Where would you see her at?
I meet in the street.
Like where you were found at today?
Chinatown.
Chinatown? Okay.
Did you guys ever have any kind of relationships?
We did sleep together.
So you had sexual intercourse together?
Yeah.
Okay. And when was the last time?
Been a while. I
So-
sleep with a lot of girls, so.
Yeah. And what does she look like? Can you describe her to me?
Who's Shannon?
If I showed you the picture of Shannon, would you be able to tell us if that's her?
Yeah, I think so. God, yeah, it's that's white skin.
Well,
You got kind of yellow skin.
Yeah, it's a little. It's yellow,
you know,
yellowish white. She's
let's see if you
Italian.
can find a kind of better.
But that picture,
I get that. I look different than my DOL photo.
but look kind of different.
Does this look better?
The black hair?
It's still black, yeah.
Yeah, but the skin is too white.
Okay.
When Matt was interviewed, he told detectives he heard Steve building something inside his tent. He'd seen Stephen using tools, including an axe, and he heard the building work in progress around the same time that Shannon disappeared from the camp. but Steve claimed he came home one day and found a makeshift bed in his tent and just decided to use it for himself.
But I find it hard that you've been there, living there at that place for that long.
But not every night, though.
Not every night, correct.
Yes.
And then one day you come back and there's a nice big wooden box built that takes up most of your tent. And you're like, all right, cool. And then you have a huge smell coming. It's not the small smell. It is.
So when I went in there, the smell wasn't there.
That smell is there. That smell is intense. We could smell that smell from 50 feet away. That smell was the suitcase.
No, I seen a post yesterday that said nobody's ever seen like a Chinese person homeless or Asian person homeless. I don't know. I don't know why I threw that out there. I just wanted to. But what was I gonna say? He seemed like he know what he's doing though. Like he seemed like he playing dumb, or he probably not even playing dumb. He probably just really don't know. Somebody really could have set him up. Who knows?
Well.
So, and there was a person's remains in that suitcase. Her name was Shannon.
And let me ask you this, we will never find your DNA in her vagina. Is there any reason why your DNA would be in this vagina?
We had sex.
So you know her? You said you had
But
sex.
this picture looked different though.
Did you have sex with her?
Why does it look different? What's different about that versus the girl you had sex with?
It's just been a while, I don't remember.
Okay.
So let's hypothetically imagine if this is the girl you slept with, we would find your DNA in her vagina. But if you did not sleep with her, we would not find your DNA in her vagina.
Yeah.
Correct? And you saying if that's the girl that you slept
But
with,
she might look different.
okay. If that's the girl that you slept with her on top of the bed, which was already on the podium.
Is this her?
No, it looked different.
Okay.
The smell emanating from the tent was almost unbearable to anyone who came across it. It had been noticed by several people, and some thought there was a dead animal causing the odor. But detectives weren't buying Stephen's story.
So here's what I can tell you, all right? I've done this for a lot of years.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the first person I've found in a suitcase.
Okay.
The other ones that I found, that I've investigated, looked at, they died from drug overdoses, and the person was worried because they didn't want to get the police looking at them for whatever reason. So they wrapped them up, put them in a suitcase, then put them somewhere.
That's common.
That's common, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Is that what happened here? I mean, you didn't want to get in trouble? Did she overdose while she was with you? I mean, that's not a felony crime if someone overdoses and you just don't notify.
He trying to set him up for the bait, boy. He trying to set him up. They be trying to set people up in them rooms, bro. I'm not saying he ain't do it, but like, they real life be setting folks up. Like, what if he is really innocent though? He act like he barely know how to speak English too. So.
Is that what happened here? That's what happened on my last case. That same, pretty similar situation.
Just a lot of overdose I've been trying to save lately.
Okay. But her, I want to know about her. Is that what happened with her? Because there were flowers put on top of her. So whoever put her in that suitcase had an emotional tie. It makes sense it's you. It's your tent. It's your structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know Shannon. You've been having sex with Shannon. You guys smoke together. I mean, if someone died in my tent and I was afraid to tell the police, understandable. People don't like talking to law enforcement. Then, you You try to just wrap her up, suitcase, whatever the case is, put flowers on top. I mean, that doesn't mean you did it. It just means she overdosed and you were there.
Yes.
You know.
Is that what happened?
It's okay to admit if that's what happened. We just need to know what happened. You're our guy to talk to.
Yeah, that's a few of the people I've been saving, so there's a lot of overdose lately around.
Is that what happened with her, though?
She's one of them.
She's one of them that overdosed?
Stephen had begun to open up to the detectives, revealing their intimate relationship and claiming Shannon had suffered a fatal overdose. That wouldn't explain how she ended up in the suitcase, though. But they had their own theories of what might have happened and the evidence to back those theories up.
What was she smoking?
Freddie.
Fentanyl?
Freddie.
Okay.
Did you guys have sex after she died?
Okay.
No.
And then what happens then? So she dies. And how did you get her inside the suitcase?
I didn't put her in the suitcase, but I put a wrapper, put it on just leave her on the bed.
What did you wrap her in?
Just cover with a blanket. We kicked together and we had sex, and she got too much of I guess that time that stuff was too strong.
Okay. Yeah, people are overdosing all the time on fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So earlier you said you wrapped her. Did you wrap her in that plastic, or did someone else come through and wrap her in the plastic? It's okay if you did. We just want to know the truth.
But I didn't. The plastic is the garbage bag.
All right, where'd it come from?
From the park.
Okay.
The detective had already told Stephen that failure to report a death is not a felony crime, but if Stephen had provided Shannon with the narcotics that killed her, then he could be complicit in a narcotics-induced homicide. An overdose still would not explain how Shannon was found with life-threatening injuries, but according to Stephen, those injuries were completely by accident.
Did you do anything else with her? Did you try to dismember her or anything? She had a mark on the back of her head, and I have no idea. Just is that caused when you were trying to do CPR on her? Resuscitate her? Or was it caused that she fall and hit her head on something?
She came back, I think that day it was raining, and she slipped and fall.
Okay.
And she's already hurt when she came back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was she wearing?
Just wet.
Do you remember the type of clothing she was wearing?
Not that I remember. But
was she complaining about her head injury when she slipped and fell?
She told me she had dizzy and she was fall and she got hurt off the job too.
So the day that she showed up and it was raining, she had slipped and fallen and hit her head?
She's pretty bad hurt that day.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah.
However, Stephen didn't realize the detectives had been in possession of the preliminary autopsy report from the Associate Medical Examiner, and it revealed the damage and injuries to Shannon's head and neck that could not have been caused by a fall. The injuries were consistent with sharp force injuries or even chopping wounds, like the kinds of injuries that would be caused by a heavy blade or even an axe. Not only that, the injuries couldn't have been caused by trying to fit Shannon into the suitcase, which left Stephen with a lot of explaining to do.
So, I'm confused by what you're telling me. All right. Again, let me reiterate: if someone overdoses, that's not a crime.
Okay.
All right, we're here because your story's not making sense at this point to me. I've been following you along, and I want to know,
my head is not straight right now.
Well, mine's becoming a noodle at this time because I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
All right. So, You said Shannon overdosed in your tent. You tried CPR on her. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Didn't work. You put her in the packaging, in your sleeping bag. You put her in the suitcase. But then earlier you said that structure that she was under had been there for a while before that, right? You said that. So how did you get her under? You took off the front door then? Is that what happened? Like, how does she doesn't just go through the, you gotta take off the front and put her in then, right? Is there a back door that I didn't see? It's okay. It's overdose. We get it. We just need to hear the truth. We want to know the whole truth. Because when we talk to Shannon's family, we want to say, this is what happened. Steve was there. Steve tried to save her. She was a fentanyl addict. She overdosed. Steve was afraid of getting in trouble, so he put her there. He put flowers in the suitcase, put her there. And that's okay. We just need to hear the truth so we can let them know when the time comes.
The only thing I remember is it's from the overdose.
All right.
And just trying to put the body away, that's all.
Okay.
The associate medical examiner told law enforcement that she could not determine whether the injuries were made before or after she died, but there was no mistaking the injuries and what kind of weapon would cause that amount of damage.
So the head injury that we're talking about, I saw it, and it's not an injury that's consistent with falling on a rock. It's very obvious it's some type of tool that was used.
Well, if you're trying to say, but I didn't beat her up.
You didn't beat her up? Okay.
I tell you, I didn't beat her up.
Okay, good.
That's all it is.
Is it possible she showed up there with that? With that injury? And it wasn't from the rocks? Because it's even the bone, her skull has the marks like this big. It's like that big. Right behind her ear. It's actually this side. And that same exact mark, it actually is the same mark in her skull and her head.
I didn't do it.
Okay, who did it?
I don't know who did it.
Stephen has continued to claim his innocence of any wrongdoing and couldn't explain the injuries or how Shannon got them. On October the 8th, the autopsy results were confirmed. The following day, Detectives Ford and Sergeev went to the jail in Des Moines, where Nguyen was being held, and asked about the medical examiner's findings. This time, Stephen wasn't quite as willing to talk and asked to speak to a lawyer. Stephen was officially charged with murder in the second degree in the King County Superior Court in October of 2024 and is currently awaiting trial.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. It's like they trying to frame him for something, but it seemed like he didn't do nothing wrong, in my personal opinion. I don't think he did that. I don't think he did that. I don't think he did that to her, because there ain't no way. There's just no way. I don't believe that. But yeah, man, it's in this video. I didn't really like this video too much. So I think my next video is gonna be back on Midwest safety. And yeah, gonna go ahead, catch you on the next one, man. Peace.